What up, everybody? I'm Jay the Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray.
Yo, yo.
And this is another episode of Four Ropes Full Podcast, but we unplugged today.
I like that.
Yeah. Going forward, Four Ropes Full side quest episodes will now be considered unplugged episodes because now, when we talk about a topic on here, it's going to be something that we are serious about. And for this first episode, it's kind of fair because I'm concerned with Triple H.
I mean, everybody's been saying this. Triple H's recent booking of WWE and just how things are being panning out. I like Triple H. I like the way things have been going. And that's why I'm really trying to give him like the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, is it really him or is it TKO? But some of the more recent booking decisions have been kind of a little bit wacky, and let's give you the buck. It's been shit. Some of the recent booking has been just straight dog shit. And it makes no sense. I love Jey Uso. I get Jey Uso is over as fuck right now. Nobody really wants to see him in the main event. And it's not because they don't like Jey Uso. It's because we've seen how he wrestles. That's more what it really comes down to. Is unless Jay and Gunther are like practicing day in and day out, I really don't know how this match is gonna go, especially if it be in the fucking main event, bro. Like, this could be really fucking disastrous.
But here's the thing. I'm not too worried about Jay versus Gunther because Jey Uso should realize that he has an opportunity to do something that nobody has ever seen before. He has the chance to turn a terrible main event into a good one because the only thing Jay has to do realize is that people just want to see some more moves added to the moves.
And that's exactly what it is.
And I mean, he did the little backdrop thing at the goddamn Rumble, that little Harada shit. Like, he did that and people was impressed by that. As long as we see some little bit more shit like that with that ability to want to add to it, because Finn Balor is still adding to his shit.
And he's not getting pushed for dog shit.
Seth Rollins is still adding to his shit, and the nigga is damn near talking like he want to retire. CM Punk is still trying shit out. As long as he has the ability to want to adapt to this, if they give him the ball, I'm not too worried about it after that. But that's mainly what I'm concerned about with Jey Uso. Is the moves that add a little bit more to that, we fine. But Triple H, do not fuck this up. Because I get you want Rhea and what's called at Mania?
Bianca.
Jade and Bianca is the only thing that is, if it's not them two wrestling, do not have them on Mania. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you saving them for SummerSlam or Backlash, fuck it. I don't want to see them on Mania. Because the one thing you pushed since they got there at the Rumble, face off. A few weeks after Jade officially was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm on the blue brand. I'm on SmackDown. Time to put belt to ass at Mania and help y'all out. Now y'all the big three. Now they tag team champions. Now they got to go into these tournaments to where if they potentially win now, we have to see them go against each other. Y'all gonna throw that away because y'all want to see the former NXT alums together? I get it, black and gold brand, y'all tight like glue. I don't give a fuck. I can see that match another time. I can see that shit at Backlash. I can see that shit on SummerSlam or whatever. It needs to be Jade, Bianca, the EST versus the Storm. Cause I know the attire is gonna be fire. I wasn't even trying to rhyme with that. I know the goddamn outfits are gonna hit. I know the face paint that Jade is gonna be wearing because she coming for war. I know that shit gonna be fire. I do not need to see Rhea go up against anybody but EO or somebody new. I don't need to see Charlotte. we're gonna talk about Charlotte here in a minute too. I don't need to see Charlotte. I don't need to see Bailey. I don't need to see anybody that is not Io Sky. Cause y'all been putting this shit in our face. Rhea calls to the elimination chamber spot. Io should be pissed off to come back and get it in blood. Even if that means Io gotta be a heel going into Mania. I don't care.
I just feel like they're doing Io so dirty, and it makes no fucking sense when she was the champion for a good majority of last year.
Like, she won the belt. She cashed in and won. Not too many people can say they did that successfully.
And defended it multiple times before dropping it to Bailey.
The only person who did it once, and it was like a out of surprise, nowhere win, is when Bailey did that shit to Charlotte at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
She won it that same night and cashed in that same night. I ain't gonna lie to you, Bailey did her ass dirty though. Waited till Charlotte ass was in that goddamn corner. Smashed her ass from behind, no diddy. But just seeing how the cash ins work and everything, Io being able to cash that motherfucker in and have her moment in front of that crowd.
That shit was huge.
It was decent enough for y'all to let her walk in as champion at Mania. So now you're telling me she can't walk into Mania the next year as a challenger. When she was just a champion walking in last year. So you telling me she can't rewrite her story into getting back into the top of the hill? You know who you did that with? A man by Cody Rhodes. A man by the name of Cody Rhodes finished his story back to back the same way. You telling me that the story can't be continued by a woman, but Cody Rhodes was able to do his shit twice. He walked in and walked out with nothing 1 year.
Went back.
Started back at the Rumble, won it again, and got back to the main spot. To the fact of that motherfucker main evented 2 nights. Technically, Seth Rollins main evented 2 nights. I don't care if he was in the other match. He interfered. He was in it. Everybody had a part in this story this last year. But the same 2 motherfuckers ran back to back. Roman ran it back to back. Cody ran it back to back.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me Io can't walk in as champion
going against somebody completely different this year
versus walking in as a challenger? You expect me to believe that everybody thinks that Io just gonna get dog walked? If you watch NXT, you know that shit ain't true. If you watch during NXT times when Io was champion and Rhea had to go up against her as the challenger, when Io was the champion and she still won, that's when Rhea took her ass to the main roster. You telling me that? All right.
Then don't get us started on fucking Charlotte. Stupidest way to end that fucking Rumble. I'm sorry, Triple H. That was fucking stupid. Why have her win when you have people like Roxanne Perez, who was the Iron Woman of the match, Io Sky, Nia Jax, fucking Stephanie Vicar, Julia, all these, Jordan Grace, you had all these women and you give it to Charlotte? Like I said, I would have been more fine, and this is kind of where I'm going with like the Elimination Chamber. I would have been more fine with Charlotte winning the Elimination Chamber to earn the position to be like, look, I defeated 5 other people to get this spot. This is showing you I deserve this match. I didn't get that same feeling from the Rumble.
At all.
I felt like it was just handed to her. I really wanted Roxanne to win.
Now, don't get me wrong. Roxanne Perez got an opportunity to get in there. The only way around it is giving it to Raquel. And that would be stupid.
I'm hoping
because
Liv
because Liv is gonna have a bodyguard in the Elimination Chamber. There was no point in the Elimination Chamber then. Y'all should have just let Liv Morgan win the Rumble if that's what y'all wanted her to do.
Exactly.
Y'all wanted her to sneak her
That's
way
why
to
I'm
the
thinking
top
Roxanne's
again
gonna have to be.
face.
I think Roxanne is gonna get booked into the Elimination Chamber because if you put Raquel in there, that would just be fucking stupid.
She gonna have a protection piece the entire time. The only way that you shut that plan down
is if she starts and she gets eliminated before Liv Ivy gets in there.
Not even that. I wasn't even thinking that, but that's good too. She turns her back on Liv Morgan. But when did y'all have time to book that?
Nowhere.
Y'all have showed these motherfuckers as a unit to where if Raquel turns on Liv at any moment, what's the point of this? Or you could do Liv Morgan turns on Raquel. But why? She literally came back and protected you multiple times. So what did Raquel do to make you just be like, damn, let me turn my back on her? You can't get yourself out of this one unless y'all are booking this. And y'all got about what? 2.5 more weeks?
To Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
Not even, I don't think. Let me see the exact calendar date. It is going to be... It's a week from now, basically.
So Raquel either got to do some shit Friday or this Monday to make Liv Morgan mad, or Liv got to do something to piss Raquel off in the next week.
Exactly. I would say it's like a week and a half from Saturday.
So you can't fuck this up. You can't do it. So therefore Raquel is not going to be going into the Elimination Chamber. Because if she is, unless she's going to lay down for Liv Morgan and let Liv get her spot at Mania again, is stupid.
I think that would be the dumbest decision Triple H could ever make. And I don't think he would even do some shit like that. But it's just like, shit, at this point, I don't trust him. Like, no offense, Damian Priest is a great guy, amazing wrestler. He was a champion for last year. How the fuck did he beat Jacob Fatu? How the fuck did he beat, I forgot what that nigga name is, Braun Strowman? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
But I'm be real. If Braun Strowman was in that shit, we wouldn't have cared. Let's be real.
No.
Everybody's only caring about John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Potentially Roman Reigns. I don't know if he in that.
Nah, he's not scheduled for it.
Okay.
He might, he might show up and cost some niggas the Elimination Chamber, though.
I mean, if he do that, can't even be mad at you.
Nope.
That get back is coming for Seth Rollins. And that it just
I can very much see him doing that shit.
But then just going on to other things. What the fuck is WWE thinking with letting Charlotte fucking Flair walk her ass out and challenge Tiffany Stratton?
I told you they was going to do that.
What made you think that this was a good idea? The queen chooses you. So you telling me that Tiffy time ain't going to mean shit at Mania?
That's what my biggest fear is. Is that Tiffany Stratton is not going to get to have a good championship run, even though she's very fucking talented. And should have no problem whooping fucking Charlotte's old ass. Like, if Tiffany Stratton loses this fucking match, I'm actually going to be so fucking pissed off. Because it would make no sense. It would make none. It's the booking of the last few months. And fucking having Jey Uso lose to Gunther at fucking Saturday Night Live, win the Rumble just to challenge Gunther again made no fucking sense. Because it was like, okay, then why have him even challenge Gunther at Saturday Night Live? I mean, Saturday Night Main Event. Why do that?
Especially if this wasn't no shit we wasn't supposed to see coming.
The moment he won it, I was like, he's going after Gunther. He's not going to go after Gunther.
Nah, I expect that.
100%. I can go for Cody. I'm like, you're not.
You're not. There's no way in hell he is, if we're being real. But then we're gonna talk about Jordan Grace being put on NXT. No disrespect to NXT, but they did not need another.
She was already on NXT with the fucking TNA collaboration.
She does not need.
She was already on NXT fucking T. Why is she not on the main roster?
Makes no sense.
I get it for Stephanie Becker and fucking Julia. They got to still get allocated to how WWE operates and shit. Jordan Grace was already wrestling in WWE technically. Why are we putting her in NXT? And this is why I'm kind of going back to what I was saying a few months ago when I'm like, NXT is kind of becoming a bit more like better to watch than regular main event WWE. And it's like, this is how it should not be. But it is. And I was talking to a buddy about it, and he was like, fucking Hunter, he was like, Triple H is booking like corporate again. He's booking like Vince in a way. And I'm like, he kind of is. He's not doing as bad as Vince, but he's kind of getting to that level.
The thing about it is, just gonna say this. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. You expected me to believe Naomi came back from TNA when she was a former women's champion. So now you got Jordan Grace, who's in WWE, that's a former women's champion.
But you put her on fucking NXT.
For what now? Now you got to force that belt off of Julia. Because who the fuck on that roster really do y'all think is fucking with Jordan Grace? Who do y'all think?
Really?
Do you think Julia? No, you don't. Jordan Grace is a powerhouse. Stephanie might have a few good matches. Jordan should come out on top.
She's a former world fucking champion.
Like Fallon, sure, I guess. I mean, whatever. But you have made everything else just hips and looks over there.
Mm-hmm.
To where if they beat Jordan Grace, people are going to be upset about that. Because what have they done to make you believe that they can beat Jordan Grace? I don't see how that is. Jordan Grace could have worked her way from the bottom to the top on the main roster, and it still wouldn't have been disappointing to nobody. So it's just like, I don't know, man.
Just a lot of confusing booking decisions. Like, I hope by the time we get to Mania, these things are cleared up. But it's just right now, it's just confusing as fuck.
I mean, hey, WWE got a plan for this shit. I need to know now before I put my damn time into WrestleMania season. Because WrestleMania season is just supposed to be a cash grab from Vegas. I don't care to see what next year Mania look like.
And then, like I said, it's worrying me that we're making a lot of these events 2-night events. Why the fuck is SummerSlam 2 nights now?
As long as they don't do 2 nights of Backlash or 2 nights
I think
Money in the Bank.
I think they're just gonna do 2 nights for the big ones, but it still doesn't make any fucking sense.
They just don't need to do a 2-night for. We don't need a 2-night for Money in the Bank. We don't need a 2-night for the Rumble. We don't need 2 nights for the Elimination Chamber. Night 1 and 2 for Mania was already enough.
Exactly.
Night 1 and 2 for SummerSlam, I guess. Fuck it, it's your world.
I hope it's just booked properly, like 2 nights.
Do not night 1 and night 2 me a Money in the Bank because I'm gonna be pissed off.
They night 1, night 2, some shit like that, bro. It'll turn off fans. I mean, you got to think about how many fans were already turned off by Mania being split into 2 nights, and that it's more explainable because it's like it's not gonna be like a 5, 6, 7 hour show, but still breaking it up into 2 nights. I feel like it makes it harder on him because now you have to try to book more matches than you would have to book in one night where you could just book like say 7-match card. Now you got to book 14.
The fact of the matter is this. I do not care about a briefcase one night and a briefcase the next night. Do you know why? Because who's to say the person who wins the Money in the Bank don't cash in the same night? So, okay, you do night 1 of Money in the Bank. Who's a random ass wrestler I can say? Seth Rollins randomly wins the Money in the Bank next year. And he got an opportunity at any moment to cash in. He do a night 1. Y'all go, oh shit, he really finna do this shit. Cashes in. Seth Rollins, new champion. Oh, okay, this is pretty good. I wonder how they gonna top off night 2. The same shit happens, but except for Seth Rollins, it's Bianca Belair. Fans are going night 2. Didn't we just see this shit yesterday? Did they follow the same script? She won earlier, and then she cashed in at the main event to win the title. Your night 1 and night 2 and shit is not gonna always work.
No.
Especially if you ain't got that many storylines, boy.
And as of right now, they don't. They barely have enough for fucking Mania. So you're gonna convince me they have enough for fucking 2 nights of SummerSlam? I'm trusting the process, but I got my concerns.
Hey, with all of this going down, it just makes me realize that Pentagon still got a whole nother year in WWE. Where the hell could he possibly be? Because you see the fire they giving him now.
And you know what's crazy? I was just talking to a buddy about this because I was saying I saw a report that said apparently AEW's like now working with Ray Phoenix on possibly like ending his contract sooner. And I was like, I'm happy for Ray Phoenix when it comes to that front, but how is this gonna affect Penta if he gets signed to WWE?
I feel like Penta's still gonna get the love, but it's just like he's not gonna get that singles love no more.
He gonna be back in the AEW situation where he's doing nothing but tag team shit. And like I said, no disrespect to Ray Phoenix, but it's just like Penta's on an insane run right now.
But Triple H could also, and I don't know if he is gonna do this, keep them on separate brands.
That is true.
The only time they need to see each other, if Ray Phoenix does get released sooner, let them meet at the Money in the Bank. Finally. Backstage at least. I know you niggas all travel together. But let us feel, just for a second, that this is what's happening. Ray ain't seen Penta since he left for WWE. Penta ain't got a chance to talk to his brother about being released from AEW at all, for real. So now when these two motherfuckers see each other, they could either be A, brothers and hug that shit out, or 2, be competitors and hit each other with Mexican destroyers the entire time. There's no way that y'all don't book that. There's no way that y'all just immediately make these niggas Lucha Bros. The tag team division needs help, but nigga, the singles division needs work. So you can't fix a problem by adding a problem.
No, it's just gonna create more problems. So like I said, I'm trusting the process. It's just got our worries.
Which is why I'm saying Triple H needs to cook with the Elimination Chamber, and no offense to Trish Stratus, I love you.
Having her in the cars is a waste, so that could be a match.
A tag team match, Tiffy Trish time. Tiffy Trish time? You know when I would have enjoyed that? 2008. Trish Stratus is damn near 50. 60 maybe.
We don't need to keep seeing her.
It's okay to tell Trish she can work in the backstage.
Remember when Lita came back and she kind of just smoothly left WWE and we ain't seen her since? That's how you do a Legends contract. You come in, you put on some fucking bangers, and then you understand when it's time to go.
Yeah, we see Michelle McCool only during the Rumble time, for real.
Because she understands that her time is past and she got other shit going on. Trish Stratus is kind of kicking it around just to be kicking it around. Because that was another unnecessary spot at the Rumble. Love her to death. She was just there.
Now again, I get it's in Canada. You want to put some eyes in seats and shit like that, but Tiffany Stratton could have did that shit her damn self. Respectfully. Because Nia Jax couldn't do it because everybody hated Nia Jax. But everybody loved Tiffy Tom. Everybody loved Tiffy Tom. You at home probably love Tiffy Tom. Yeah, you watching this. You probably enjoy. You probably hate Tiffy time, but you even hate to admit it more that it's pretty fucking good
That shit.
because she get under your skin, but she also make you think to yourself, "Damn, this girl is smart as hell with how she doing this shit." I'm gonna be annoying and I'm gonna be annoying princess treatment type of female, but you gonna hate it. But you gonna also realize that nobody else is doing what I'm doing. So you got no choice but to love me because I'm good in the ring too.
And she get up what she
Like,
do.
and my moonsault clean, bitch. Clock it.
You saw they had to have her and you hit that spot at the fucking Survivor Series War Games.
Can't be mad at it
Hell
because
no,
why
because it
not?
too clean.
Tiffy shit is Tiffy shit look like she like levitating out of a backflip. EO shit is like I'm bringing the smoke. Like I'm 5'7", but I'm still finna throw down a moonsault and literally finna end shit right here.
Literally.
So it's just like I can see them two having their spots, but the fact of the matter is Tiffany should not lose to Charlotte at all.
Once again, if Tiffany loses, I'm crashing out. Simple as that. I'm gonna crash out
I
because she
had
has
to
no
swing
reason
back
to
and say
lose.
it. Tiffy Time should not lose against Charlotte. But Tiffy Time and Trish Stratus is terrible. Respectfully. What can Trish Stratus do that's gonna make this match a memorable match? Now I get it. I know it's Canada. I know they love Trish Stratus. I know they love their Canadian wrestlers.
There's other Canadian wrestlers on the roster.
But we didn't send Trish Stratus ass off into the atmosphere since retiring years ago 5 times. We let her get her moment against Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam, I think, when it was in Canada or whatever. I forgot what goddamn card it was. But Trish Stratus lost the championship match against Charlotte or whatever. And Trish Stratus walked her ass up there to that goddamn gorilla position to be never to be seen again. And then I saw her 2 weeks later.
No sense at all.
Trish Stratus, you can still move your ass over to the back of the line. It's okay to be backstage and all that other shit, but why are you in these matches? I don't want to hate on you and everything, but these are not matches that we needed you in.
Not at all.
Respectfully, Tiffy and Trish time, I promise you I didn't ask for it. But then again, it's not just me. But guess what? Guess who else you got to think about? All of the other people who watch it, who are fans. And me as a fan, I didn't ask for this shit. If you would have looked at my bingo card for 2025 and looked at wrestling, you would not have seen a Trish Stratus match on my bingo card. You would have got Becky versus Sasha before I would have got Trish Stratus.
You definitely would have got a Becky match before you would have had a Trish Stratus match on my show.
The man wants to help you take down the queen, bitch. Come on now. That sounds like something Becky Lynch would say in a promo right now. But Trish Stratus,
It's not believable.
hell, y'all could even did Alexa Bliss ass. But you telling me Trish Stratus is gonna save the day against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae? You expected me to believe the Samoan side of Nia Jax is gonna hit Trish Stratus with a Samoan drop, and Trish Stratus gonna kick out at 3? If she hit that move on Trish Stratus better start cramping up immediately. She better be ready to get his shit up. Because ain't no way in hell I'm believing that this motherfucker is helping you beat Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Literally.
Hell, not even Candice LeRae, hell. Just Nia Jax. Y'all telling me y'all gonna 2v1 Nia Jax and Trish Stratus gonna be the X factor in helping you get that? I don't see that. And then off to what we was talking about. If you were looking at the interview that we just had with Doug Parker, shout out to Doug. I said something about Carmelo Hayes versus Akira Tozawa that I'm finna mention right now. You expect me to believe that Tozawa is getting his get back on Carmelo Hayes after all of this booking? Y'all made this nigga weak. Tozawa don't say shit. He just wave,
And those little dumbass
dance.
dances.
Like, you expect me to believe he was so mad at Carmelo Hayes for costing him a Rumble spot that we know he wasn't going to win, that he decided to go on SmackDown and put belt to ass on Carmelo for the first 3 minutes of the match. Y'all expect me to believe that shit after the booking y'all made this nigga do? Tozawa, that's nasty. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all really expect me to believe that he was like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit.
I want my
Carmelo,
get
let's
back.
get in the ring.
No.
That's just as fucking unbelievable if Cody Rhodes took off the Stardust makeup. He never left WWE. He just took off the the Stardust makeup and shit like that and was like, you know what? I'm finna get serious again.
I'm finna finish my story. Like, nah, we wouldn't have took him serious.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here is what y'all would have said. Y'all would not have cared about that. So y'all expected me to believe that y'all wanted me as a fan to believe, Akira Tozawa got a fighting chance against Carmelo Hayes. No, that should have been a belt to ass match. Respectfully. Not saying Tozawa can't hold his own, but y'all done made the nigga look so weak that I'm surprised that the nigga stood his own. Like, Tozawa is in that range to where I feel like he would squash like Bad Bunny would squash Tozawa in a match.
Once again, we watched Rhea squash him in a match. We watched Rhea squash him in a match.
And in 2025, we get intergender matches. Do you not know how many people gonna reenact that shit?
A lot.
You think that that's not gonna happen to Tozawa getting his shit kicked in by Rhea Ripley? You're crazy. And then speaking of 2K25, 50 people at a time? 50?
I heard these niggas' servers barely work.
50 people at a time. I gotta wait out of 50 people. I don't know if this is just a half, like if this is just like a, just the like uncertain thing until y'all realize the servers are working or whatever. But if it stays this way, 50 people at a time, you telling me all of these niggas that's buying this game and this server only takes 50 at a time? That game needs to go from $79 to $59. Maybe just $45. Because if I gotta wait out of 50 people to get on this island and see what the fuck I gotta do, when I can just go over to 2K and play in the rec all goddamn day and know I'm gonna find a game or two. Y'all want me to wait out of 50 people knowing damn well this shit gonna sell at least like 3 million copies the first week.
There's a reason they're not putting that shit on PC. They want y'all to grind that shit just like the 2K, My Career, My Park shit. They want y'all niggas to grind that shit for different gear. You saw those prices I sent in the group chat. That shit was ridiculous.
Nope.
And ain't no niggas gonna pay for it too. That's the fucked up part.
I ain't. My game share with a nigga, but I ain't. Nope. Can't do that.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this is, again, Full Ropes Full Podcast Unplugged. So, I'm your boy Jay the Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray. And one thing we're gonna always do is thank you for wrestling. But before we even forget, we got another interview next Monday. Y'all be on the lookout for that on social media. We'll end up posting this probably Wednesday. So when y'all see this Thursday, you'll be able to see exactly who the guest is. So y'all stay tuned for that and everything. But we want to thank you for wrestling. And we out.
Deuces.